We have some big news right now. Disney is losing millions of dollars. Literally. Disney's market cap has gone down millions. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people across the world have decided to unsubscribe from Disney Plus and from Hulu. And we're just getting started. The boycotts are actively growing against Disney. Protests continue outside of Disney headquarters in California. And the company has found itself embroiled in a political scandal like it never has experienced before. This is a very serious situation for Disney, and it's unclear exactly where the bottom really is for the company. Because just in the past few days, ever since the Kimmel suspension took effect, Disney stock has really tanked, and the company has lost millions of dollars in market cap as a result of it. But that's not all. People across the country and across the world are actively canceling subscriptions associated with Disney. So Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, a number of streaming services that Disney offers, they're losing money because people are leaving the services. And it's actually interesting, anecdotally, a number of people have reached out to me and told me directly that they've received offers for Disney cruises, they've received offers to stay with Hulu, to stay with Disney Plus, extremely cheap offers that they've never seen before. And if you take that and you look at it in the larger scheme of things, meaning that Disney is facing shortages in terms of monetary shortages because people are leaving, well, then it all makes sense. But here's the thing for Disney, there really is no off ramp here. Because you reinstate Kimmel, you upset the right. You keep Kimmel off the show, you upset the left. And therefore, Disney overnight literally just really cut its market in half. And there's really very little ways the company can recover from it. Now, ongoing negotiations are continuing between Kimmel and Disney and executives. We'll see if that ever continues, if the show ever continues. Because remember, Kimmel is on contract with Disney for another year or so. So Disney hopes to bring him back and allow him to continue his show before his contract is up. But it's unclear whether or not Kimmel would do the same. A number of Disney Plus actors, a number of Disney Plus producers have come out and said, you should cancel your subscription. And when the celebrities on your own platform are telling you, you know what, maybe you should cancel your subscriptions, you know it's getting bad. Well, here's the deal. If you canceled your subscription, or if you didn't, and you want to subscribe to journalism or a company that won't cave to the White House, won't cave to Donald Trump under pressure, subscribe today. Right now, we need to fight to protect the First Amendment. And I promise you, today and every day, I will do that because it's too important. It is too important. What Jimmy Kimmel said did not violate any First Amendment rights. It was not that bad. In fact, it wasn't bad at all. He was even willing to clarify some of his comments to water them down a little bit, but that wasn't enough for the company. And now the company is facing a very tumultuous next several weeks, several months, potentially next several years. Because if this doesn't get solved for Disney soon, it's going to lose a lot more than just a few $1 million worth of market cap and a few 100,000 or a few million subscriptions. This boycott is going to continue. You saw what happened to Target earlier this year. When Target rolled back its DEI programs, the people boycotted. And it got to the point where Target's CEO literally was ousted because of it, was reassigned in the company. And Target showed that revenue fell tremendously over the course of several months as a result of the boycott. The same thing is just about to happen to Disney, and it's all happening because people are using their voice, people are speaking up. Now, in other news, Tom Homan, Donald Trump's border czar, who's the chief border officer in the United States of America, essentially reports directly to Donald Trump over all things immigration. Well, we had a bombshell report come out today from MSNBC that says that Federal Bureau investigators, FBI investigators, actually were preparing to potentially indict Homan on bribery charges because last year they handed Homan $50,000 in cash in Texas. And in exchange, Homan said that he could essentially get favorable government contracts for these FBI agents who were undercover, acting as just regular businessmen. And Homan accepted the cash. Now, that alone, in a lot of ways, would be enough to arrest someone on bribery-related charges. But the reason why he wasn't arrested was because FBI agents wanted to wait to see whether he would actually act on it during the Trump administration when Trump took office. If anyone knows anything about bribery charges, it's very complicated. It's not easy to secure a bribery conviction. So they had the quid and they want the pro quo, right? They want Homan acting essentially on the money that he was given. And well, He was never indicted because the investigation fell apart. According to MSNBC, when Donald Trump took office, he essentially just shut it down. And today, AOC, the congresswoman from New York, who has clashed with Homan because Homan has said on multiple occasions that he wanted to arrest AOC, well, came out and said, quote, "Who's the illegal now, Tom Homan?" Now, federal investigators said they have no evidence linking Charlie Kirk's alleged killer, Tyler Robinson, to left-wing groups despite Trump official claims, noting that Robinson acted alone out of personal animosity toward Kirk's politics. Robinson faces several charges, including murder, while federal charges remain uncertain due to legal limitations on domestic terrorism cases. Today, an armed man identified as Joshua Runkles, age 42, was arrested for impersonating law enforcement at Arizona State Farm Stadium ahead of Charlie Kirk's memorial service, which is expected to be attended by President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance tomorrow. He was charged with impersonation and carrying a weapon into a prohibited place and was later released on bond. Today, the Trump administration decided to cancel the U.S. Department of Agriculture's long-running annual survey measuring food insecurity in the United States, which is a key data source for federal, state, and local policymakers, saying that the report has become overly politicized. Donald Trump is now threatening to send American troops back into Afghanistan, threatening to go to war with Afghanistan, saying that bad things are going to happen if the Taliban does not give back the Bagram Air Base to the United States of America. The White House announced a finalized deal with China, ensuring TikTok will be majority American-owned. 6 out of the 7 board seats will be held by Americans, and the United States will control the app's algorithm. Oracle will manage the data and privacy operations for the company. Thousands of activists worldwide, including a major march in New York, protested financial institutions and elites for, quote, profiting off of the climate crisis, tying climate justice together to a broader struggle for democracy, immigration, gender equality, and peace. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have asked Donald Trump to meet to prevent a government shutdown at the end of this month after the Senate rejected both the Republican Party's and the Democratic Party's stopgap funding measures. Sacramento police arrested a 64-year-old man after shots were fired into ABC 10's building, leaving bullet holes but no injuries. Attorneys for Luigi Mangione have officially filed a motion to preclude the government from seeking the death penalty. And finally, Morrissey canceled concerts in Massachusetts and Connecticut after venues cited a, quote, credible assassination threat following recent reported death threats and an arrest in Canada. That's all the news right now. As always, if you want to support my work, make sure to subscribe today, spread the word, and I will see you bright and early for another morning news rundown.